How does the National Guard relate to education? Did you know that we can pay for all of your education? How would you like to get training in a union trade? Or would you like to graduate college with zero student debt and years of work experience on your resume? And maybe most importantly, what do you want to do with your life? Take a few minutes and hear how we can help you or your students with getting their education or training after high school and how we can help them get great jobs. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Team Willbob. I'm Staff Sergeant Robert Williams, a recruiting and retention NCO for the Washington Army National Guard. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you can get my videos in the future. Also, if it is helpful, please hit that like button so that the algorithm will show it to more people. In this video, I will go over a few ways we can help students after they graduate high school. We can help you get union jobs through training from your MOS or military occupational specialty, your job. We pay for college and you can actually get paid to go to college. To get the job you want, you need a good resume, and the National Guard gives you a massive advantage in this respect. We have a lot of networking in the National Guard. I'll talk about what the National Guard is and what do we do. And again, at the end, what do you want to do with your life? Okay, union jobs. We have trades jobs in engineering like electricians. We have carpenters, plumbers, welders. We even have bridge builders. We have mechanics. We have diesel mechanics and aircraft mechanics. And you can make a lot of money in those two fields. In the medical fields, we have EMTs. We have nurses. Really, any medical specialty is in the military. We also have other things like pilots. We have a lot of other jobs that are not necessarily in the union, or they might be. We have paralegals, dental assistants, truck drivers, laboratory technicians. We have intelligence analysts, and we even have people in human resources. Now, we have a lot of different ways that we can pay for college. First, obviously, we have those trade jobs where you can actually get training in the military for those, but we will also pay for the trade school once you're back home if you would like to go learn a different trade. In the state of Washington, we have the Washington State National Guard Grant. This is a state law that enables us to pay for all of your university tuition and fees for any state university. And if you go to a private university, we will pay up to the full cost of tuition and fees at the University of Washington Seattle campus because that's the most expensive state school we have. There's also ROTC, the Reserve Officer Training Corps. This is one of the biggest ways that we get our commission officers. And ROTC gives out a lot of scholarships. Now, most of those are not actually full rides. They can pay for either tuition and fees, or they have a cap of like $10,000 a year or more, or you can couple it with that state grant and get us to pay for your tuition and fees, and then their scholarship pays for all of your room and board. And that way, you can truly get a full ride at college, and even literally get paid to go to college. We have the student loan repayment plan, where if you already have a bunch of federal student loans, we can pay up to $50,000 to cover those for regular degrees. If you have a specialty degree like you're a lawyer or you're a doctor, we can pay on the order of $200,000 or more. We have other grants and scholarships that we can give you, and what you do is once you come back from training, you sit down with our education office. Yes, we have an entire office specifically just to help you pay for your education, and they'll be able to take you through whatever you'll qualify for and even possibly help you apply for it. We also have the Montgomery GI Bill. There are 3 different versions of this. There is the reserve component portion, which is what you get in the reserves of the National Guard, and it pays a little bit less. And then there's the GI Bill kicker, which is just a couple $100 extra a month on top of that. And then there's the post 9/11 GI Bill. That's for when you are serving on active duty one way or another. And that takes up to 3 years to get the 100%. And you can actually get that serving in the National Guard. You just have to qualify for it. And then, of course, you get your drill pay and you get your summer orders. So Your 1 weekend a month coupled with some of your GI Bill, and if you do ROTC, your stipend from them, that's how you get paid to go to college. You can get paid $1,000 or more possibly, plus they pay for all of your tuition and fees and all of your rooms and board costs. And then there is our credentialing assistance program. This is where you can go get things like IT certifications. My coworker got a personal trainer certification. You can even get training in being a private pilot. Actually, this morning I went and finalized that. So in a couple days, I'm going to take my first pilot lesson in several years so that I can finish my private pilot's license. There are literally hundreds of different certifications that you can get, and just about anything, as long as it actually produces a certificate, you're good, and we will pay for that. Now, with all of that, you're going to want to get your dream job. To do that, when you graduate college or you come out of trade school, you're going to be competing against everyone who graduated with you, not just at your college, not just at all the colleges in the state, but the entire country and even people from around the world. And you want an advantage over them. The National Guard provides you with that advantage. For work history, when you graduate from your 4-year degree, if you joined when you were a junior in high school, you can have 6 years of work experience on that resume. Obviously, you also get our military training in whatever job, but you also get further training opportunities. Like those 2 weeks you do every year, you learn more skills. You also get military preference in most hiring professional situations. Leadership skills. You will learn a lot about how to lead and manage people while you're in the military, especially as you move up the ranks. Like myself, I've gone through several non-commissioned officer schools. I've even gone through officer training. And if you go through ROTC, you get 4 years of learning how to lead and manage people. So if you are going to go into some sort of corporate job where you're going to be management, we are a very good resource. And depending on the field you go into, the most important thing might be a security clearance, because some jobs you have to have some sort of security clearance. And everyone in the military, as long as you meet certain basic requirements, is eligible to request at least a secret clearance. And you can get, depending on your job, like if you're in intelligence, you can get a top secret clearance. And if your employer requires that, you can save them up to $100,000. And that's a really big incentive for them to hire you over someone who doesn't have that already. There's even literally a website where you can go search for jobs that you can get based solely upon the fact that you have a clearance, because they can train just about anybody in a lot of these jobs, but it's a lot harder to get that background check to pass. And then of course there's networking in the National Guard. 80% of people got their professional jobs in part or even in whole because of networking, because you knew somebody who could help you know what to do and how to get that job, could put in a good word for you. Your National Guard soldiers are in wildly varying civilian occupations. We have teachers, we have principals, we have people in law enforcement, in IT, in healthcare, local government. We even have people in food service. Just about any job field that you can think of, we've got somebody there who can help you out. And even if you are not going to be going for a job in the specific place that somebody works, they can help mentor you. And mentorship is huge. They can help you learn like what skills you need for a certain job, what electives a certain type of employer is looking for when you were in college. They can help you learn how to get through the hiring process. They can also just help you learn how to better do the job that you want to do even while you're in. All right, so then what is the National Guard and what do we do? Well, the primary purpose of the National Guard is to assist in the state when there are agencies that are overwhelmed or do not have the specialized equipment to be able to do a certain operation. We respond to things like floods, wildfires, mudslides, we do search and rescue, And last century, we were even sent in to enforce integration in schools. We are what is called a reserve component of the Army. And that means we work 1 week in a month, around 2 weeks during the summer. We get the same basic training, we get the same individual job training as the active duty, but you come back to where you want to live and you get a regular civilian job and you live here wherever you want to be. Yes, we are absolutely part of the military. In fact, we're the oldest part. No, we're not the oldest branch. We are a component of the Army, which is the branch. We were just first. We can deploy overseas if called upon by the president, and 2/3 of those are going to be to places like Eastern Europe, Korea, places that are nowhere near combat zones. That's actually pretty normal for all parts of the military. 2/3 of deployments are what's called non-combat. We can also be called in to help in other states. So when there's something like hurricanes or protecting democracy, anything where they just need more of us there and that state doesn't have enough. Most of our personnel do the 1 week in a month, around 2 weeks during the year thing, but there are some of us, like me, who work full time. I like it, it's pretty awesome. Lastly, and possibly most important, what do you want to do with your life? Do you want to help people? That's why I do this job. I love it. You want to make a lot of money? Do you want to travel? I've got videos on how I do that. You want to go to college? That's great. I'm a rocket scientist. I love college. Do you want to free oppressed people? Do you want to have a family with kids? You can do all of these things in the National Guard. Please, even if you never join any part of the military, figure this out for you. I do this job because I love to help people. And knowing yourself and what you want to do really is the best thing for you. Whatever you choose, the National Guard will probably fit pretty well into those plans. But if it won't, if it's not for you, I will tell you, I'll be honest with you. The military is not for everyone, but it's for significantly more people than they realize. All right, everybody, thanks for watching Team Willbob and learning about basic information for educators and for students. Please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button if you have not already done so you can see some of my future videos. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments section. You can give me a call, a text, or you can send me a Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp message. See you next time.